Okay. Mhm.
Gosh, I wish I knew something about electronics.
Yeah, I could bring my grandchildren in. They can.
Oh yeah, real quick. They had to do it online for me.
Now, if you ever don't want to come to Frankfurt, you can always do
I
it by
will
Zoom.
Zoom some. Good morning.
I'm Tony Wilhoit.
This
I
is
remember you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
this is Marie Rader,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember
former representative.
very well.
I've sat through his sessions 20 years.
Bored to death.
Didn't kill her.
Oh, God.
He didn't even leave a mark.
No.
I don't miss
Are we
him.
ready?
I'm sure.
Now we're ready. Okay. I'm going to call the meeting to order of the Kentucky Legislative Ethics Commission, March 13th, 2023 at 9:30, and just a bit after that. And Danita, will you call the roll, please?
Sure.
And when you answer, please tell us where you are.
Ernie Harris,
Here, and I'm at my home in Oldham County.
Dave Nicholas,
Here, and I'm here.
Tanya Pullen,
Here coming to you from Greenup County.
Hey,
Marie Rader,
Here, present.
Gail Russell,
Here, I'm in my law office in Jefferson County.
mhm.
Sal Santoro,
Here, I'm at my home in Lakewood Ranch, Florida.
Arnold Simpson,
Here in my home in Covington.
Anthony Wilhoit.
Here in Frankfurt.
All right.
Oh, I'm choking.
I'm going to, we have a quorum and duly constituted to do business. I'm going to switch the second item into the first, and that would be the swearing in of new members. Like to welcome Representatives Marie Rader and Sal Santoro to the commission. They are both have been in the legislature a good while, and we feel like they're going to add substantially to our experience level, and we're looking forward to working with them. And folks, if you have any questions, our staff is really, really good, and they can answer those for you. But I would ask Judge Wilhoit to administer the oath of office to Representatives Rader and Santoro.
Okay. Well, if you'd please stand and raise your right hand. Now, do we have on the TV somewhere?
Yeah, he's
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth? That you will be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as you continue a citizen thereof? And that you will faithfully execute to the best of your ability the office of member of the Legislative Ethics Commission according to law? And do you further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, you being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within this state nor out of it, nor have you sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, or aided or assisted any person thus offending, so help you God.
I do.
I do.
Good. Welcome.
Welcome. Congratulations on never having fought a duel with Italy. If you've ever been married, I would question whether or not you have done that, but
No comment.
My
Yeah.
wife would have killed me.
you don't have to self-incriminate yourself. We have in our packet the approval of minutes for the January 4 meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any additions or corrections? Appearing to be none. Without objection, those are approved. Moving on, we'll have our staff report. Laura Hendricks, please.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's good to see you all. After skipping February, which was a short month, but it seems like February's back, so I guess we really didn't skip it. The first item is approval of the budget, and you have a financial report in your folder from the previous month, and then I also sent out a copy to you. I believe that was Friday. Sorry for the lateness of it, but sometimes we have to wait a little bit to get the numbers in for the previous months. But everything's looking good according to Tom Hampton. So that's the report on that. Any questions?
Any questions about the budget
Good.
or anything fiscal? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Second, okay. Motion made and seconded for approval of the financial statement and the budget. All those who favor the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and it is so ordered.
Okay. Just a real quick overview of some of the things in your two packets that we've sent to you. The first thing would be we've put a direct deposit form in there, and if anybody wants to fill that out, that would be helpful. We've had a couple of issues with people getting checks, or not getting checks in a timely manner, so that we didn't realize actually that we could have you all do things via direct deposit for reimbursements. So you can, and it's in there, but if you need another copy, of course, we can send you that. There's a copy of the legislation that Representative Moser had introduced, and that was the compilation of the commission's recommended legislation. I've talked to her a couple of times. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that it's going anywhere this session. Of course, it's again, it's a short session, and also technically the commission doesn't have to recommend things during this session. So anyway, but she did introduce the bill. We're also tracking other legislation that might affect the General Assembly. Emily is doing that, and she's doing a great job at that, and that's also in your packet. There was one bill that might have possibly had an effect on us, and we were able to talk to the sponsor, and he did an amendment to that, which was helpful out of an abundance of caution. But if you've got any questions about that, about the legislation, I'd be happy to answer it. They're on their last real week before they go off into the veto recess this week. So, let's see. Oh, one other kind of, I guess, literally housekeeping item. Our furnace at the office kind of spectacularly died strangely enough, after 30 years. You probably need a new one. But the landlord has put one in at their cost, and it's working, so that's good. Other things, we were able to have a lobbyist training, which is not mandatory for lobbyists, but we did have a good turnout, and that was the middle of January. And as a result of that, we've had a lot of questions we had a lot of questions come up in the training that we were able to answer and clarify for them. So I think that went really well, and we also were able to videotape that and put it on our website. We had a previous one from the last time we did it, which I think was 2020. I think, okay, pre-COVID. So this was updated. So that was good. Oh, and our contract was approved. Our contract for Robert Jenkins Services as enforcement counsel was approved by the Government Contract Review Subcommittee. No, I mean, I didn't get cited to come over here or anything to talk about it, so it just went through very smoothly. So, and he's here today as well. And did I say enforcement? Sorry, investigative counsel. Sorry, it's Monday. And I think that's it. Anything else?
The only thing that I would add is that we got all the financial disclosures
Yes, that's right.
from all the legislators. And Donita helped a whole lot with that effort. We were very thorough in it, just in making sure that they answered every question, and that where they needed to disclose addresses, that addresses were disclosed, and it was a real team effort to get them in and to get them up on our website. But we've done it, so that's out there for the public to see.
And in terms of, that made me remember to remind you all, of course, during session, the lobbyists and the legislative agents report every month. So Lori and Danita are, of course, great at making sure that every single person and entity reports as they're required to. And actually, we've had two records in terms of spending. One was for last year, and then for the month of January, there was also a record in spending for lobbying organizations, and we did put that in the newsletter, which comes out every month, and I believe a couple of papers have picked up on that issue. So, but that's all I have, and unless someone else has questions.
Mr. Chairman.
Representative Pullen?
Oh, thanks. I know we brag on this staff a lot, but it just amazes me the amount of work product that this small number of people puts out month after month after month. The books we get, the reports. I mean, so I just want to brag on you one more time. It's the amount of work product is just amazing that comes out of that small number of people.
I would echo that. Also, I learned a lot about Laura's negotiating skills with the owner of our building or contract. And so now I do everything she tells me to do. So that was impressive.
Well, and the other, just a point about the staff. I mean, yes, they're wonderful. And when we had to be out of the building again, not for COVID this time, but for not having heat and anyway, they didn't miss a beat. I mean, they were, on top of everything, and anyway, they were great. So
They are great, and they do wonderful work, and they keep our members of the General Assembly out of trouble. And
roll call. Do we need a roll call?
Well, as long as we don't include Donita.
Oh,
no-
okay.
yeah, no votes are allowed. One thing I do want to say to, especially to our new members, we have in your book a lot of informal opinions, and we try desperately, our staff does, to keep legislators out of trouble. Okay, and the main way they do that is they want people to ask before they look, before they leap, ask before they act, and fortunately most have learned to do that, and so that's the reason you see so many of these informal opinions in here. They're meant to keep people out of trouble, and they work pretty marvelously. One thing I will say to you is that all of that material is confidential. You should keep that confidential. Do not discuss it, and preferably when you receive that or after we finish our meeting, we probably ought to shred that or destroy it in a way that people can't see it. Not that a lot of people are going to go through your trash trying to find ethics material, but you never know. And so I just wanted to let you know that they're as confidential as our complaints are. We just need to keep that in mind. And so we won't have any problem. Any questions about that? Okay. The next item of business requires us to go into executive session pursuant to KRS 61-810 sub 1 sub K. The chair will entertain a motion that the commission go into a closed session to discuss confidential complaints and confidential informal advisory opinions. Is there such a motion?
So move.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded.
Seconded.
All those who favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and it is so ordered. We have to take a short break